Good morning, my students. Welcome back. Today we start our course, English in Mind. I know that we spent a lot of time in quarantine, but this is for your health. So, the first unit in our course, communication. You communicate with anyone using your language. Sometimes you write, sometimes you read, you speak with anyone like that. But today we have something different. How to communicate with someone without speaking. Without speaking, you can communicate? Yes, we can communicate. How? We use something to communicate with anyone, like body language. If we use body language, like what body language? If I agree with someone, so I say yes, I nod my head, okay? We have another thing, we have telepathy. What's telepathy? You can read someone's thought, okay, without speaking, okay? We have Morse code, we have something else, sign language, and etc. So let's start and see what we will have. What is telepathy? As I told you before, but we want to know what's telepathy. Telepathy here, something to read someone's thought without speaking. Let's see. But I want, before we start our video, I want to answer these questions. What are the names of the twins? Number 2, how old are the twins? Next, what is the surprising about the twins? And next, write down your answers. Let's listen.
Some people say spare the rod and spoil the child. But Mr. and Mrs. Cramp of St. Leonard's-on-Sea have quite a problem with their 3-year-old identical twins, John and Jim. If they punish John for being naughty, Jim also feels the smack and vice versa. But they not only feel alike, they...
Look, they didn't see each other.
Separated by a screen and told to draw the first thing they can think of, the brothers both design a train engine. Different models perhaps, but they illustrate the same idea. Of course, they don't have to look at each other's work, but mental telepathy is quite a strain for 3-year-olds.
Another test?
For another telepathy test, the twins are asked to arrange toy soldiers in the same order. It's just another game to them. Despite their mental powers, John and Jimmy retain the natural inclination.
Same arrangement. Look.
Jimmy places his final soldier in position with a smile of satisfaction, and John doesn't let him down. In fact, the twins are alike as peas in a pod, except that John has a tendency to use his left hand. But if he doesn't know what his right hand is doing, he can always ask Jimmy.
Okay, so here they did together what they feel and what they think together, okay? So this is, we have 2 telepathy tests and they did the same, okay? First, we have to answer the question as I told you. The name of the twins, John and Jim. How old are the twins? 3 years old. And after that, the surprising thing about the twins, that they painted the same drawing and they put the toys in the same order, okay? Now, let's know the meaning of telepathy. Telepathy means what? As I told you, a direct transference of thought from one person, sender, to another receiver without using the usual sensory channels of communication. So, direct transference, so to transfer some thoughts from someone's mind to another or to your brain without what? Without any using usual sensory channels of communication, okay? Now, we have some questions. I want you to work with your partner and think about the 3 methods of communication you use the most and discuss the advantages and disadvantages of each one. So I want you to do that along with your partner. Number 2, I want you to listen to someone talking about methods of communication, and you have to answer this one and tell me which of the following are not mentioned. So someone will speak now and tell us some about the methods of communication, and we have some, maybe 2, okay? Focus on that, maybe 2. So here we have, yes, methods of communication, like body language, braille, and phone calls, sign language, telepathy, and Morse code. But before we start that, and before you listen to the script, I want you to know, body language, this is the movement of your body, or the facial expression, okay? And what about, we know phone calls, what about sign language? We use sign language here for the people that have difficult, or, yes, that have difficult in, or of hearing, or maybe deaf. So I use this one for, yes, sign language, for the deaf people, and for what? Yes, okay, good, for the people that have some difficulties of hearing, okay? And after that, what about a telepathy, as I told you? And after that, Morse code. Morse code, this is some electronic forms, okay? Some forms of electric communication between, yes, people. How they use here dashes and dots, and they used it before for the military, okay, and for the forces and something like that, okay, and the armies like that, okay. So this is what some of methods of the communication. Now let's listen, and after that I want you to underline the 2 or the 3 that are not mentioned in the script.
B. Listen to someone talking about methods of communication. Which of the following are not mentioned?
There are many different methods we can use to get a message across to someone. Of course, speaking is one of the most obvious. And if the person we want to communicate with isn't close to us, we can contact them by phone, send them an email, or even, though this happens less and less these days, write them a letter. But there are other less common methods of communication that people use in special circumstances. There is, for example, sign language, used to communicate with people who have hearing problems. And there's braille, which communicates the written word to people with
sight. So sign language for the deaf people and braille for...
Other more unusual methods include Morse code, a series of short and long beeps used, for example, during wartime in the old days. And also semaphore, a method of communicating using 2 flags, one in each hand. These methods are slow, spelling words 1 letter at a time, no good for the fast world of today.
Okay, let's know the 2 methods or the 3 methods that are not mentioned here. First one, yes, very good, body language. And number 2, very good, telepathy, okay? After that, question C. Which of the methods of communication in exercise 1B do you think that is most effective? Discuss your answer or ideas with your partner. This is for you.
Unit.
After that, now, you are going to listen to an article about other examples of telepathic twins. During your listening, write the names. This is number 1. Write the names of the mentioned twins here, and after that, what's special about their natural ability. Okay? So let's listen.
Unit 1, Exercise 2C. Read the article again and listen. Mark the statements T, true, or F, false. Correct the false statements.
Talking without speaking. Parents of twins often say their children are a little unusual or a bit special. But according to 16-year-old twin Gerald Scott, there are ways in which some sets of twins are quite amazing.
My twin Owen and I have had a very special bond since we were born. When we were very small, we had our own language. Our mum says we used to talk to each other using our own special language. We knew what we were saying, but nobody else understood. Even our mother didn't understand us. As we've got older, we've started using telepathy to communicate. Sometimes we don't need to speak at all, we just use our minds. We can somehow send messages to each other even when we aren't in the same place. I know it sounds weird, but I've always known if Owen was in trouble. Once he had a bad fall in rugby, he broke his leg, and when it happened, I got this terrible pain in my leg.
Although it sounds strange, telepathy between twins isn't so unusual. There has been a lot of research that has proved that some twins have this ability. One experiment involved 8-year-old Richard Powles and his twin Damien. First, they were put in separate soundproof rooms, and Damien was wired up to a machine that measured his responses. Richard was then asked to put his arm into freezing cold water. At the exact moment he put his arm into the water, Damien's responses went wild. And it was the same whenever anything scary or surprising happened to Richard. His brother in the other room reacted too. There have been cases between celebrity twins too. Actor Ashley Olsen tells us that even when they are far apart, she knows when her twin sister, Mary-Kate, is going through a difficult time or when she isn't happy. So, maybe it's true. Maybe some twins don't need words at all to speak to each other.
Okay, so let's answer the question. Number one, look. Now, what do you think of putting the following pieces of information in the right column under each twin? So we have some information, and I want you to put them under Gellert Scott or Richard Bowles, okay? And I give you 1 minute to finish that, okay? So you have to put the piece of information under Gerald or Richard, okay? You have 1 minute. Quickly, please. Okay, let's check the first one. They used to talk their own language. I'm talking about the twins here. So which one? Yes, for Gerald. Yes, for Gerald. Yes, Scott. Number two. One of them felt the pain of his brother without being in the same place. Yes, this is for Gerald Scott. Next. Yes, cold water proved their telepathy. So this is for Richard. And next, the responses were measured with machine. Yes, Richard. After that, they used their secret language everywhere. Yes, this is what for Gerald. Yeah, okay. Next. Now, read the passage to check your answer, the passage that we already listened to, and check your answers. And during your reading, please think about the meaning of the underlined words. Think about what the meaning of the underlined words. So all the underlined words, you have to guess the meaning, even if you don't know the meaning. So I want you to write your guessing over, yes, each word, okay? So let's see. I give you 1 minute to read it, and after that, write the meaning of each word, and okay, and after that, think of some ideas that we will discuss together, okay? Okay, the first word, twins, twins, okay? Yeah, they have the same age and they are from the same parents, so this is the first one. And I have twins as a noun and as an adjective. Like what? When I say my sister has a twin son. Twin sons, okay? Number 2, bond. What about bond? Bond like close relationship or close connection, okay, with someone. After that, telepathy. And then we have already telepathy. After that, weird means unusual or strange. Then experiment, involved. Yeah, separate. I can say it. Separate and separate. Separate as a verb and separate as an adjective here. Here, yeah, in separate, okay? After that, responses and far apart, distant. And we'll discuss all the target words now. First one, yeah, what do you think about that? Yes, it's very easy, yes. Look at the 2 boys. They have the same clothes and they are alike. So everything the same. So I say they are what? Very good. Twin. Done. Next. A close connection involving joining 2 or more people. As I told you. Yes. Very good. Bond. Next. We have exercise for that. In societies with strong family bonds, people tend to live longer. Okay. Very good example for that. After that. This is the definition of something, and we already finished it before. And I want to check your understanding, the ability to know what is in someone else's mind, or to communicate with someone mentally without using words or other physical signals. What this? You are lazy. Yes, very good. Telepathy. Next. That's weird. That's weird. I thought I left my keys on the table, but yes, they are not there. So I give you an example to show the meaning of weird. What's the meaning of weird? Yes, weird means unusual. Next. What's in the picture? I think it's easy. What's in the picture? Yes, look at, this is the girl in the lab, science lab. And what's she doing? Yes, she's doing, yes, an experiment. Yeah, experiment, okay? Very good. Next. In an activity, situation, etc., involves something. That means what? That thing is a part. So I'm talking about this word. When I'm talking about involve, so that thing is a part of the activity, okay? So I'm talking about this word, involve. Next. We have example. The test involves simple calculations such as addition and subtraction. Next. What's disconnect and pull apart and break apart? Yes, I heard some of you and we have examples for that. Let's see. An art or the art department and the music department are into building, into what? Not in the same building. So they are into what? Separate building. So separate, as I told you. And the other one, the top and the bottom sections are quite difficult to, yes, to separate, okay? So this is the verb. So I'm talking about what? Yes, separate or separate. After that, what is the answer or reaction or reply or take? What is? Yes, very good response. Next, look at the 2 people here. They are near, no, they are distant. That means far apart, okay? So far apart means distant, okay? Next, we have another targeted vocabulary, body language. You know body language? I give you example, as I told you before, like nod your head, raise your eyebrows, cross your arms. These all what? These all body language. What does it mean with body language? Body language is body movement. Is movement of what? Of the body. So this is number 1. Or facial expression. And take care that they are different from country to another. How? Because sometimes in our country, if I'm nodding my head, that means yes. But in other countries like Turkey, like India, when they nod their head, that means what? They don't agree or they say no, okay? So the body language are not the same in all the countries, okay? What's body language, as I told you? Body language is what? Is a type of non-verbal communication in which the physical behaviors, as opposed to words, are used to express or convey, the information. Look at that. Look at the two boys. They are looking together. So that means what? That means, make eye contact, because they want to speak together. And after that, look at the boy. Here, this is the opposite of the first one. Here, he didn't want to give his contact to his mother, okay? That means here, avoid eye contact. So let's know. Yeah, so the first one, avoid eye contact, and the second one, make eye contact. Next. Look at this boy. He's relaxing. So that means sit back. And next picture. So look at the next picture. This picture, he's sitting back, but this one, lean forward. Lean forward. Let's see. So sit back. Number 2, lean forward. Lean forward. So when you ask your friend to lean forward to tell him a secret, okay? Next. Look at this woman and the other one. The first one, she looks nervous. Second one, gives someone a warm smile. So look, this one, she looks nervous. Second one, she gives someone a warm smile. Next. Look at that. What's she doing? She raises her eyebrows. Next. Someone cross his arms. So raise your eyebrows, and second one, cross your arms. Next, what is? She's making with her hands. What is? I say it, gesture. And the other one, look at the moving of the head. So the first one, gesture. Next, nod your head. Next, we have exercise here for the body language. I want you to read all the sentence or the phrase that we have and write the number of each one according to the picture. Okay, already the first one is answered. Done? First one is answered. Number 1, make eye contact, already answered here. Number 2, fold your arms. So I give you 1 minute to finish it all. And then we'll check our answers. Okay, let's listen and then we'll answer together.
Unit 1, Exercise 5A. Match the words with the pictures, then listen, check and repeat. 1.
J. Make eye contact.
Yeah, already answered. Number 2.
2.
H. Fold your arms.
Yeah, H, fold your arms. Very good. Next.
3.
D. Lean forward.
Yes, lean forward. Yes. D, lean forward.
4.
4.
E. Sit back.
Sit back, okay? 4. E, sit back.
5.
C. Avoid eye contact.
Avoid eye contact. They didn't look at each other.
6.
I. Gesture.
Yes, 6 eye gesture. This one.
7.
B. Raise your eyebrows.
Yes. D. Raise your eyebrows.
8.
F. Look nervous.
F. Look nervous. The last one.
9.
G. Give someone a warm smile.
Give someone a warm smile. Yeah. And then
10.
A.
A. Nod your head.
Nod your head. Okay. So these all the body language. Okay.
Unit 1, Exercise.
Now let's know the difference between tell and say. We have some words with say and some words with tell. What is the difference between both of them? I said, for example, I said, you have to study hard. I said, you have to study hard. So this is the sentence after say. But second one, I told you. I told you. I told you that you have to study hard. Okay? So both of them. I put say plus sentence and tell plus object. Let's have some examples for that. Number one. I want to write say and tell here. Complete the first one. Complete the sentence from the conversation in the exercise 5C. Use the correct form of say or tell. So here I will write and use the correct form. Present simple, past simple, present perfect as the sentence was. So the first one, somebody's language tells you. Tells you. Number two, when someone crosses their arms. It tells us. It tells us. Good. Next. About 90% of what we say, yes, isn't spoken. What we say, okay? Next. Number four, can you, yes, I have object here, so can you tell me what it means? Next, what automatic gesture do people do when they meet someone they like? So, well, I'd say, they smile. I'd say, this is mine, or they smile. After that, number six, the quiz. We do. The quiz, says or tells? Yes, says. We do. So this I have sentence after that. Next example or exercise about that. Complete the sentence using the correct form of say only, and the words in the book. So I have to write say with all these words, okay? Say it out loud because someone didn't hear you. So after that, say thank you, say sorry, say it again, say goodbye. So the first one, don't leave until you have to say goodbye, or you have said goodbye. Have said goodbye in the correct form because this is one present. Yes, very good. Present perfect. After that, number two, when someone has done something for you, you should. You should say or said. No, you should say because auxiliary verb, or we have modal verbs here, should. So I have to say what? Say thank you. Very good. After that, when you have heard someone, you can make it better by, yes, very good. Say sorry, but here I have by plus gerund, so I have to write saying sorry. After that, when you say what you are thinking so that people can hear. So, you, yes, very good. You say it out loud. You say it out loud. After that, the last one, if someone didn't hear you, it helps to, yes, to say it again. To say it again, okay? Next. I want to complete the sentence using the correct form of tell. So that means I use tell with these expressions or words. So tell a lie, tell a joke, tell a secret, tell the truth, tell of, and tell the difference. Tell of here, to speak angrily. When I say someone tells me off, that means he speaks angrily because you did something wrong, okay? So the first one, already answered. Number two, one day when I was little, I told my parents what, and they were very angry. Told a lie, very good. Next, can you, between American accent and British accent, can you tell the difference? Yes, very good, tell the difference. Here, the teacher was so angry with me. She really? So angry, as I told you. So, she really? Yes, very good. Tells me? Yes, very good. Oh, but I have a problem here because this is past. So I have to say told, okay? So told me, yes, off. After that, he says he's won. He's won medals for tennis. But I don't think he's what? Telling the truth. Very good. I'm going to plus infinitive. Tell you, yes. Do you promise not to tell anyone else? So tell you what? Yes, a secret. Very good. Next. We finish here. And we finish, this is our vocabulary unit. And I hope all of you understood everything. And see you and meet you in the face-to-face learning. Thank you. Goodbye.